and Talk with LT, episode 102. This episode is brought to you by StackWap.com, StackWap.com/shop for your SGE merch. Today we got a special guest in the building. Introduce yourself, please.
Thanks, LT. My name is Sonny, man, and I appreciate you having me on the show today.
Yeah, no problem.
And thank you for having me here with everyone.
Okay, bless. So what are we gonna discuss today? What's
Listen,
going on
man,
in your life?
You know what? Things are good. Everyone has up and down. I just hope this Corona thing ends. This COVID-19.
Yeah.
Everyone just stay at a safe distance, and that's it.
Okay. So what type of business are you doing right now? Like, what do you do? What's going on with you?
Basically, man, I'm doing credit counseling. How people get out of debts. People that are struggling to make ends meet. Anyone that's in collections. Basically, credit restructuring.
Yeah.
Business, corporate, and consumer.
Okay. So how do you get into this shit?
Well, I got in it when I was 18, man. 12 years later, here I am still.
Oh shit. Okay.
And it's been a wild ride. I got into it when I was in Seneca College.
Yeah.
And after that, I just pursued this career and still going at it.
Okay, so you're like, are you the boss of the company, or are you working for a company with your credit counselor?
Well, I'm a partner at a firm.
Partner at the firm.
Right, and we do the consumer and business bankruptcies. We help those individuals restructure their debts and rebuild their credit.
Oh, okay. So if I'm like 15 bands in the hole and I have these people calling me down, wanting their money, I have, all sorts of different places that I fucked up my money with, and I want to get it fixed. Like, what do I do?
Well, listen, man, the first thing you have to observe is where are you in the level of the sea? Are you just floating? Are you going into the deep, trenches?
Yeah.
Some people are getting collection calls, and that's even the worst thing. That's when the credit is basically toasted. You can't get a car loan, you can't get a house, you can't get a proper mortgage. And, even if you do get something, it's shark interest rates.
Yeah.
I always tell the people that live in the hood, stay away from payday loans. Stay away from places where it's predatory lending.
Yeah.
But if someone's stuck in the 15 bands and they can't come out, then they can restructure their debts by doing a proposal to their creditors.
Yeah.
Reduce the total amount of debts and put it into a monthly plan that's affordable to their budget.
Okay. So do you deal with a lot of people that are to the point where they have creditors on their ass, or is it like more people that just are in debt and kind of drowning in their debt and they don't really know how to get it? Or it's just both? You have both type of people?
Yeah, both people. Some people may maintain a good, proper minimum payment to the creditors. Yeah. But that's just going in a hamster wheel.
Yeah.
It's like hamster wheel.
Minimum payments. Yeah, you'll
minimum
be
payments, right? There are some people that are stuck with collection calls. Some people get summoned to court. The creditor gets a garnishment. They take, percent of your wages.
Yeah.
And then, man, them don't really have a check, It's just gone, and it's terrible because, these are the rights that the creditors use. Yeah. But as a consumer, you have rights as well.
Yeah.
You can, see a professional that will help you structure that debt. If the income is right, even if he has, a household of a family of wife and kids, there's still ways to reduce the debts down.
Yeah.
So he might pay 6 bands instead of 15.
Okay.
Or he might pay 7. All depends.
So what happens to people that get to the point where they're garnished? Are you able to help people?
Once they file their stay of proceedings, the creditors can basically lift the garnishment stay. And if they're taking money through the proceeding while it's filed, then what happens is, they have to give that money back because that's the law.
Okay.
People don't know about it, and most of our Canadians should know about it.
The person that garnished the wages have to give the money back when they file what is that term that you use?
The proposal.
Okay, so someone that's in debt that has their wage garnished, they file a proposal. Yeah. And then you're able to get the garnisher to pay the money back?
Only when the proposal is filed after funds are taken.
Yeah.
Then they're required to return back those funds to the parties. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you use a lot of terms that I'm not familiar with because I'm not dealing with none of this shit, so I don't even know. But that's crazy. That's crazy. So you're basically out here saving lives from people that need their credit restructured so they can get a loan on things, or they can even have get a lease on a car.
Exactly, lease on a rent. Most of these guys are doing rent checks these days. They're pulling up your bureau.
Yeah, they're pulling up. Oh shit! So they're going deep into the.
Yeah, they're saying, oh, is this man paying his creditors?
Yeah.
Or is he gonna just bail out on me?
Oh shit! Yeah.
So when that happens, guys, like, there are other rules and regulations that the landlord has to follow.
Yeah.
But I've seen people that they owe back rent, and then they hop into another place, they get the lease, and then the rent that they owed, they put it into the bankruptcy or the proposal.
Oh wow.
So they just ditch the responsibility,
Jeez, and they're able to get away with that.
Yeah, they are, man.
Holy, that's crazy.
But it's all about following the rules, and there's everyone's honest. There's dishonest people too.
Yeah.
But the system is there to help those.
Yeah.
And I definitely want the communities that are not familiar with this system to get acquainted to it, because there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I don't know too much about credit counseling. I don't know too much about debt counseling. I don't know too much about any of that.
Basically, if there are people that have an income of 20 grand, 30, 40 grand, 50 grand a year, don't be getting into those debts that are 100 grand, 75 grand, because remember, you guys have to pay for food, water, shelter, bunch of stuff that are necessities in life.
Yeah.
Right? And some people rack up the bills and then they can't pay. They can file a proposal only on their unsecured debt. They cannot file it on a car loan.
Yeah.
If they file it on a car loan, they have to give back the car.
Okay.
And then they can include the shortfall into their proceedings.
That's wild. They have to
but
give
the
back
house,
the car.
If you bounce your mortgage, you better sell that house before the lender forecloses it. And I've seen people lives get, like a tornado and
yeah, especially through the time of the pandemic.
Yeah,
a lot of people are fucking up their bread because they can't work. A lot of people are laid off and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
The government assistance isn't enough for where they were at.
Of course,
what they were earning.
And I got. Sorry, LT.
Yeah,
I basically want to tell those people that are on CERB, like, things are tough right now. It's good that Trudeau's lending a hand here.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have to realize, the gravy train's gonna stop. And then Canada Revenue is going to ask for their money when it comes to taxes.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm telling everyone, man, them on the block, like, just save some money on the side, because Trudeau's coming for a paycheck after.
Yeah, for sure. And then a lot of people that are filed for it that aren't actually eligible, they're coming for all of that bread.
Listen, if all these, everyone out here is like earning a T4 and then they applied for CERB, you're in a surprise.
Yeah.
Because once CRA gets that T4, they're going to realize that you took the CERB, and then they're going to be coming after your ass. And then, then you owe money to CRA, and then what can we do? The tax man is pretty heavy gripped in this province and country, as we know. Right?
Okay, so if someone's in debt with the federal government,
they can file the proposal or bankruptcy.
They can against it. Wow, I didn't know that. I thought when the government comes for that
money,
no.
They can do an insolvency proceeding.
Oh,
they can do a proposal. It all depends, case to case. If the person did heavy fraud, then they can apply to court and say that this was fraud, and then the proposal gets annulled, meaning there's a situation.
Yeah.
And I've seen that in my life. There was one lady that actually took $1 million from creditors.
Wow.
And said it was, I'm not going to mention it because I got respect for everyone, and even the ones that didn't do it. But at the end of the day, like, she was in debt for $1 million. And she said she was running a car agency type of business where, if someone gets injured in a car, she recommends the lawyers, personal injury claims, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then what happened was the RCMP got involved because the creditors filed a fraudulent claim on her through courts.
Wow. So
it didn't end up too well with her, and I'm not going to mention the name, but it is what it is, guys. Stay away from that stuff.
Yeah, because that's.
But like, if genuinely, if Mandem racked up money on credit cards, hopefully not payday lenders, because they're the worst.
Yo, payday loans
and like
are
all
the
this,
biggest.
I'm not endorsing any company here.
Yeah.
When it comes to like payday lenders, because you guys know what it is. If you see a yellow or red sign, it's a payday lender.
Yeah, for sure. That's crazy. I always advise people to stay the fuck away from payday loans. Figure out another way to come up with your bread, because payday loans are
family
a trap.
Members.
That's a hamster wheel.
It's a hamster wheel, because that moment that bait is there with $1,000, they're gonna get the interest 15% in Ontario, and you're gonna have to pay whatever the money is. Then they're gonna give you back the same money. So you're just ratting the same money, and what are you really gonna do with that money?
Yeah.
It's just gonna come back, and they're gonna have to pay more interest because that's how they make money.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
So what you would advise for somebody that's stuck in a payday loan cycle to come to you, to your business?
Well, exactly, because at the end of the day, you're paying 59%.
Yeah.
If you really look at it, criminal interest rate in Canada is 60%.
Wow.
Okay, if you charge them 60% on their money or more,
that they're never getting out of that.
you're going to criminal charge.
Wow. That's a criminal charge for 60%
criminal interest rate.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you said criminal. I thought you made a mistake. I was like, criminal interest rate. Wow.
Yeah. You can't go more than 59.99.
Wow. So
like that's being real high up there, you know.
An interest rate of 59%. That's rape. That's horrible. Like that is absolutely terrible. Like
and all the hoods need to go through this, you know. Everyone, you know, from Jane and Finch, I did business to, all the way to like East End, Scarborough. Yeah. You know, these people are there in the community. It's fine. You know, there's a need for it, but the need comes with a high cost.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. Jeez, payday loan cycles, all of that shit's terrible. I had another question, but that shot of Ciroc I took just completely took my memory away. I was like, what the hell was I gonna ask this motherfucker? Shit. Yo, jeez. Oh man, that's rough.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Rough.
Man, you know, but there's definitely, you know, an education to look at this, you know, and on hopefully, you know, people come out of this corona stuff well. All I can give you advice for is budget well, save a little bit of money. Like if you took 5 payments on serve for 10 G's, at least try to save back at least a stack. Yeah. To be okay. Like you're gonna owe more money, but it won't hurt you as much.
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. That 2 bands a month ain't saying shit for a lot of people.
Hey, because look at the rents. The rents, let's talk about that.
Okay, let's talk about rent in Toronto because it's criminal. It's criminal how high the rent is and how they keep jacking it up every year. It's like, how do people even afford to live in this city? I ask myself that all the time, but I'm doing pretty well for myself at this point. But it's like, damn, you don't pay rent in the city. You own a crib, like a house, right? Okay.
I own some
properties. Yeah. Okay, so you don't have to deal with that. But yeah, the rent in the city is criminal. There's a lot of people constantly on social media complaining about the rent, how they jack it up like 5-6% every damn year, and they get away with that shit. It is horrible.
You know what it is? It's demand, and right now, because of the COVID-19, small rental markets have taken a big hit.
Yeah,
that means people who want to rent to Airbnb clients, that's been gone down because no one's trying to travel.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
And going on a plane right now is like, 50-50 out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everyone wants to go. I want to fly to Jamaica, man.
Seriously, that's what I'm doing. I've been waiting to try to go. Like you can't. The second it's lifted and you can actually go to Jamaica, and I'm gonna be there for a fat vacation. Because at the end of the day, it's like that's what I've been waiting for.
Let's go.
But it's like there's still cases and shit, and the borders closed, and the Canada-U.S. border. For me, I make most of my money in America. That's why I have a heavy American following.
I got love for the U.S.
So for me, I'm trying to get back across border. Like I don't need to be here all the time. But at the end of the day, it's like the borders closed. We're pretty much trapped in the country right now. It's for good reason too, because the COVID cases in America are through the roof, and they're not following mask procedures in different places, and it's just getting rough.
It's terrible out there, man. And going back to the rental market, it's just gone crazy. Yeah. Now rents have slowly trying to drop down a little bit. But keep in mind,
rents have gone down
a little bit. Not too much. Maybe on the next podcast we'll talk about how the financials are happening. You know what I mean? But right now it is what it is.
Jeez.
But like going in America for coronavirus, man, holy smokes! I pray for those guys because I think 1% of the population has it.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
It's like 350 million maybe. There, I don't know. You guys can check it on Google.
And the governor of Georgia passed a bill or passed a law or whatever, basically going against every municipality that tried to Mayor Lance Bottoms of Atlanta
Yeah.
basically put in a procedure for all indoor spaces where you have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And the governor Kemp, he basically said fuck all of that. He vetoed that, and he's trying to. There's like a 124-page lawsuit he has against her for trying to. He's basically saying it's infringing on Americans' rights to have to wear masks and shit. But that's why the COVID cases are so high, because no one wants to wear a mask and they want to be like, oh, this is my rights as an American.
Yeah.
It's like that shit is crazy right now, and enough people are getting it.
I think, right now it's like a broken telephone.
Yeah.
You have the senator talking to the state attorney. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think overall, there should be more of what we have over here, which is the proper social distancing. And then you have the beaches in the U.S. opening up. Like Miami's been hit like crazy.
Yeah, and they still have. They're trying to open Disney World after 15,000 cases per day. Florida's trying to be like, nah, fuck that. We opening Disney World. We out here. We doing what we want. Like they don't even give a fuck. Florida's a different place though.
Yeah, man. I think even in Shanghai tried to open up their Disney World.
Wow.
And now they closed it because there's a little spike in that.
Wow.
But then over there in China, you don't even know. I heard about the bubonic plague. Like,
I don't know what's going on in China. Yo, these guys are in the laboratories testing all sorts of shit.
Man, I flew to Shanghai last year, going to a trip to India. I stayed there for a day in China.
Yeah.
It's a different culture.
It's like a layover?
It's a layover. I had to stay for like 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
But it was a good adventure,
Yeah.
It just every taxi guy just was hard to communicate.
Yeah, for sure. They don't know much English down there.
It's
certain spots.
I on the hotels they know it.
Yeah, in Hong Kong there's good English
Hong
for the most part.
English. Because I remember Hong Kong was from the British passed down. And they still were trying to seek type of independence from China.
Yeah, they're still trying to get that independence. That's what that whole NBA China debacle was about. They're trying to lean on Americans to voice their opinion, but that would only fuck up the NBA's money. So a lot of Americans like certain athletes got criticized for not standing up for Hong Kong, and I'm like, that makes no sense, because how can they do that? They're gonna fuck up millions of dollars to voice their concerns that no one's gonna give a fuck about. They have no power to do anything. They're just gonna be social justice warriors for the cause of being social justice warriors. It's like fake hustle. You're not able to impact something, but let me act like I'm woke or I'm on the good side, and it's just like you're doing yourself nothing but damage financially, and you're gonna have no impact, because America's not going to war for Hong Kong to be free from China. So that's all just like, what are we doing here?
Right now, I think that we have a war within our own civil, situation with this whole COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And pretty much. Yeah, man. What else do you want to talk about?
Okay, let's. Do you want? Okay, so you're pretty good on the credit counseling for now, but if people want to get a hold of you and people are in debt, or people want to restructure their finances, how do they go about doing so? If they're watching this podcast at home, like, fuck, my bread's fucked up, let me go and fix my money.
It's all the people in collections, CRA debts, any debts that they have that's unsecured, that are going through some tough times, cannot make their minimum payments, in collection calls, want to rebuild their credit.
Yeah.
Then you can get, you get a hold of myself, and I'll leave the details with you, I think.
Okay, so they're gonna reach out to me.
Yeah.
And then like on my Instagram or some shit, and then and then I'll redirect.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's the best thing to do.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about some current topics right now. So pretty much, about the Tory Lanez, Meg The Stallion shit. Tory Lanez was arrested for a gun charge. Meg The Stallion was in the car. Meg The Stallion was found with gunshot wounds to her foot. So pretty much now what they're doing is they're saying, TMZ reports and all the other outlets are reporting that Tory Lanez may have shot Meg The Stallion in the foot. And I look at all these reports and I'm like, really? I'm not buying it right now, because he was arrested. He was charged with possession of a firearm, illegal possession of a firearm. He was released on $35,000 bail, and that's the extent of his charges. He wasn't charged for aggravated assault. He wasn't charged with firearm discharge. He wasn't charged with none of that shit. So for me, I'm like, okay, where are these stories coming from? Do you think it's some media bullshit? Think they're reaching for headlines?
I think he's successful right now.
Yeah.
And definitely he's gonna have a little spotlight on him. But going over the $35,000 bill, I think they think that he's not a fully threat to society. He's getting bail.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So I wouldn't buy that story that he shot that at all.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't buy that at all.
That's where I'm at. I don't buy it. I'm looking at
There's
that.
more to the
definitely
thing that
more to
meets
the
the eye
story.
out here for sure. You know.
For me, I look at it and I'm like, okay, we know Tory. Well, if you're a Tory Lanez fan or you follow Tory Lanez, you know his character to some extent, or if you just know him personally, because Tory Lanez is from Toronto.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, I look at it
Brampton,
and I'm like,
you know?
oh yeah, he's from Brampton.
Yeah,
he's
bro,
from Toronto. What the fuck am I talking about?
He's from Brampton.
From Brampton,
man.
an area
He's
close.
rapping on the soccer field. I saw.
Jeez, but that's what happens for
back in the
most people that are from the greater Toronto area.
Yeah.
They'll claim Toronto, knowing they're from Brampton or Mississauga. Young Tory from Mississauga, and you know what I mean.
This
Certain
is not
people.
the GTAA, you know.
Yeah, jeez, but nonetheless, the nigga, he's from the area
Yeah,
or whatever.
I respect.
It's like, yeah.
It's definitely.
I
I'm
don't
brown.
buy it.
I love Brampton, you know.
Yeah.
Got a lot of cousins there, man. You know?
Jeez, yeah, the population is high
Yeah.
in Brampton still when it
Definitely,
comes to
bro.
that.
Damn.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on right now in the media right now. That's one of the biggest stories, but I'm not buying it. Personally, I'm not buying it. I don't think he did that. Maybe if he actually did shoot her, it would probably be like one of those Cheddar Bob situations, but not, him himself. He probably did it by accident or something.
You know, this
I
is
don't buy the
forensic.
story.
Check the.
You can check all that.
You can check all that. Check the
Yeah.
bullet. Check the chamber. Check everything.
Yeah,
and
for
see
sure.
if everything jives. But I don't think the man did it. This is just bullshit.
Yeah. So what do you think of the Black Lives Matter movement right now? And what do you think of the police reform that we're reaching for? Do you grew up in the hood? You grew
Yes,
up,
I did, man.
I grew up in Cross Tracks.
I grew up in Ampringham.
Yep, and that's both in Malvern.
Both in Malvern.
Pretty
man.
much from the
Respect
same
to
hood.
burn block still.
Same hood, pretty
Yeah,
much.
man.
And you've seen the type of harassment the cops do growing up and shit.
Man,
in the
for
Target.
sure,
You want to
for
speak
sure.
on that? You want to speak on the type of profiling they did?
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, never judge skin. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, Black Lives Matter for sure, 100%. I agree with that. And looking at this situation of police coming inside the hood, you know what? It's a lot of abuse that goes on that no one sees about it. If you look at the news, these guys are actually the biggest situation right now. There's a tow truck beef going on, and some cops get charged, like 5 cops, right? Because of corruption. There's an alleged radio being stolen, and then the cop is saying, "Hey, yo, go over there and check out the car because it's in an accident. Get the bread from the man, and then split it with the cop."
What? That's the type of shit that's going on right now?
Yeah, man, there's corruption.
Oh, man, yeah, we need
I thought it was
some.
an Indian police, but it's clearly
Yo,
the
it is
feds over here.
It's
you know?
all police. All police for me,
Yeah.
I look at it, it's like, I'm not going to say all police officers individually,
yeah.
but every race of police rides for the police. They look at it like Blue Lives Matter, respect the blue shield. You have black officers, like, just as evil as the white officers, beating up people, targeting people, profiling other black people. It's like it's a whole
terrible.
complete reform.
It's terrible because, you know, at the end of the day, when I was in the hood, you got the cameras, you got a board going in saying Crime Stoppers. Listen, when I'm living in the block and I see that, my other family comes in, we don't want to be seeing those type of signs and all this surveillance. Like, you don't trust us over there.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't trust you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I don't trust the cops.
Yeah, they
I'm
criminalize
sorry.
you and they
You guys
profile
can be
you.
a police officer looking at this. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I got my own views on that shit.
Facts.
For sure, facts.
When you have enough empirical evidence to show why you believe that way, it's like
No, man. You know, at the end of the day, the system is corrupted. That's my main thing. You know, looking at this situation. But
I have some video. I have a video that I want you to see and react to because generally,
100%. I would love to see this video and give a reaction.
Every time I'm ready to shoot another podcast, or every day that goes by, I'm always seeing some new injustice happening on social media. I'm like, okay, let me use my platform to show what's going on because a lot of people act like this shit's not happening or they're not privy to it. They're not running in circles where they're seeing this type of behavior. A lot of people live in a lot of white people will live in a lot of towns that are predominantly white and they don't know what's going on in any type of hoods and they watch whatever they watch in their little bubble, so they have no idea what's going on. So I like to just provide a platform for people to see that. So I have a video right here to react to. Yeah, here we go.
This officer is trying to unlock my car. This officer is unlocking my car. They just illegally entered my car. And I'm being forcefully removed.
Take a look at me. I'm a fucking specimen right here, buddy.
Sir,
you have gotten on my last
My
nerve.
hands are up on camera.
All right?
I'm in no threat.
You're
going to
get your ass whooped in front of fucking Lord and all creation. I'm going to give you one more chance.
I'm being threatened.
You can bring that with you. I'll let you film the whole thing.
I'm being threatened
No,
right now.
I'm giving you a chance.
I am not doing anything. I feel
I'm giving
unsafe.
you a chance.
I feel unsafe. And I'm in no threat to these three officers. My hands are up. I am doing nothing wrong to provoke anybody or anything. Making sure this is all recorded. I've just been threatened by a lawful officer. I have just been threatened by a law officer as two other officers stand by and say absolutely nothing. Willing to participate. My passenger door was open. My driver door was open. I have it on camera. He rolled my window down to do so.
I'm giving you to the count of 3.
Sir, this is all on camera. I am not resisting. I'm making sure it is being known. I am not resisting.
Okay.
My hands are up. One hand on this camera. My seatbelt is being arrested.
As long as your hands are up, that's fine.
I'm not resisting.
As long as your hands are up.
I was unlawfully.
Sir,
Sir, please do not touch me, sir.
keep your phone out.
Sir, please do not touch me.
See, that's where we're coming to a disagreement.
It's not about
I'm giving you to the count of 3. Don't do it.
Sir,
Don't do it.
I'm not touching this officer. It's on camera. My hand is by
Step
my
out of
head.
the car right
I'm being
now.
threatened.
Now you're
I'm being
under arrest.
threatened.
Now
I'm
you're
being
under arrest for
threatened, sir.
disobeying the
I
law
was
of
being
an officer.
disobeyed.
I'm giving you to the count of 3.
This officer has threatened me, and I'm
One,
making it known I am no threat to this
2.
officer. I've been threatened.
Don't worry, you're not
My
gonna
life
see
is
him
in
get
danger.
killed.
My life is in danger.
How you like that? How do you like that? Huh? Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands. Yes, you are. I'm not resisting. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Put your hands behind you. Get off me. My hands are behind my back, sir. My hands are behind my back. I am not resisting. Sir, please get off my neck. I'm not resisting. Get off.
So that's the end of the video. So like when I look at that, I'm like, okay, what is he being charged for? What is he being stopped for? Provide a reason. As an officer, you got to be like, okay, I stopped you because of X, Y, and Z.
You have to.
And then when they're going to be arrested, you have to read them their rights and arrest them. All this shit that they're doing, I give you to the count of 3, yelling in his face, all this
you know
shit
what
like
it
he's
is?
a child.
Some of these
it's
guys
belittling.
are like bullies when they were young, and then at the end of the day they grow up, or they're just being very violent to the black and the color community. I see that. I live in a place where my neighbors are white people.
Yeah.
And I got respect for every people on this whole channel out here, but you can't deny the fact that being male of color is a big situation in your city.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether you be in the States or over here. I heard stories of them getting slapped with a yellow page book, man.
Yeah, they
on
do
the
that.
face, man,
Yeah, they do that so they don't show the bruising and the scarring and shit. It's all sorts of fucked up shit that they do. And I look at that and I'm like, this stuff needs to stop. So I just need to continue perpetuating this and showing it and showing it. So in commenting on it, so people understand that this shit's going on, and people aren't just yelling Black Lives Matter for no reason and trying to. It's just like, for me, it's ridiculous. It's like every single day we see shit like this.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have been doing that at all. He should have read his rights. At the end of the day, he didn't. He said 1, 2, 3 and got real pissed and attacked the man. You're not supposed to be doing that type of police work.
Yeah, they're not above the law.
They can't be doing that stuff.
Yeah.
This just disgusts me. It makes me feel disgusted, especially, rest in peace to George Floyd. And the situation, I feel that was just a picture to the world, and a good job his wife divorced him, the pig
police officer, yeah,
for sure,
yeah, for sure,
yeah. Sorry, the police officer.
Nah, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. I wasn't correcting pigs, you. Man. I was just,
pigs for real, man. Put him on a bar and get him out of here, man.
Jeez. Okay, let's get off the depressing police brutality talks. Let's talk about a little hip hop before we wrap up the episode, because I know a lot of people don't know. My first record recorded and my first time in a studio was with you.
I know, bro.
You put me in a studio of it was like
Mark Hogan, bro.
Yeah, he was like what is he? What type of musician is he?
Yo, he's like a rock guy, But like we went inside there and we got it done. We did the first track. I think Can't Ride Like Me.
That was the first track.
That was the first track, I think, man. Back in the day, man.
That
Time
was
flies,
years
man.
ago. I know.
I
It's
know.
fucked up.
I got love for hip hop, man.
Yeah.
That's the first music on my phone, man.
Yeah. So who you listening to right now? Who's in your playlist? Who's in your phone right now, hip hop wise?
You know what? Hip hop wise, right now, you know what? I still listen to a lot of Pop Smoke.
Yeah, Pop Smoke's in heavy rotation right now.
Heavy
That album's
rotation.
popping. Yeah.
You know, 50 did a very good executive producing on the job, you know.
Yeah.
The Many Men brought it back in, you know. Got
Yeah.
it on me, you know.
Yeah. That remix.
That
yeah,
remix
that's
is very
cold. That's
live.
cold.
You know, I'm still listening to the old school stuff too, like 50 as well.
Yeah.
And as per the hip hop whole thing, like, you know, the old is the legends, man. Old is gold.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, but the new guys, there are a couple of new guys. I'm kind of pissed off that Pop Smoke died because his career would have taken off to like some high degree.
Yeah, Pop Smoke is one of those rappers that like the older heads and the new heads both meet
Correct.
in the middle with, and we all
Correct.
fucks with them regardless of what age you
Yeah,
are, which age
exactly.
group.
It's
Like
not like
niggas that
Lil
are like
Pump or
5,
something,
10
you
years
know,
older
like,
than me
you know?
like him. People that are 5 years,
Yeah.
10 years younger than me like him. So it's like everybody comes in the middle to fucks with Pop Smoke. Pause. That sounded weird. But yeah, fuck that. What the fuck was that? You know?
Rest
Jeez,
in
yeah.
peace.
Rest
man.
in peace,
Yeah,
Pop Smoke,
you
man.
know?
Gone too early. Some more 2020 fuck shit, you know.
You know,
It's rough out here.
it's definitely rough out here, man. You know, and Will Smith, man.
No shit, the
You know,
Will
good
and
luck,
Jada.
man. I'm rooting for you. Still,
Jeez, you know they went on vacation, right?
I know Bahamas.
Yeah, they went to the Bahamas
They
as
got
soon
the
as this happened.
pre-COVID-19 test.
Yo, how the
you know?
fuck are they in the Bahamas right now? How are they on vacation?
Yo, bro, you can go to
You
Jamaica.
can go to Jamaica right now?
Yeah, you can.
Oh man, I'm gonna plan that shit.
You can go to Jamaica right now, man.
Okay, so I gotta record some episodes to leave.
But
with
when
my
you come
viewers
back,
and
you
then
gotta
go.
do 14-day quarantine.
Yeah, because what I heard was when you get there, you gotta do a 14-day quarantine. I'm like, yo, that's
No,
my
no,
whole
no, no,
vacation,
no.
my
You-
nigga. What
you,
the
you
fuck?
get there, you're
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But the moment you come back, you gotta do 14-day quarantine.
I'm cool with that.
And you gotta watch it because you know what? Again, the feds are up on the people that are not self-isolating for 14 days. Supposedly, the number is 21,000 plus cases reported to the RCMP for people who fail to isolate. And
shit.
Trudeau got that mill on that. You know, if he catches you with, he might fine you to a mill.
Wow.
You know, that's a heavy bill.
That's heavy. But at the end of the day,
Seven figures.
14-day quarantine when I hit back Toronto, I don't care. I'll stay quarantined. I make my money regardless of where I'm at. So I don't need to, I don't need to be out there. If I can get my vacation right now, I'm gone. I'm going to record some episodes, buy podcasts. I'll see y'all niggas in 2 weeks. I'm off in it. I'll release the episodes so my viewers have something to watch
That's good,
through the
man.
time. But I'm getting out of here.
Maybe
as
put
soon-
some Jamaica stuff in there.
Yo, some vlogs.
Vlogs,
in
yeah.
Jamaica.
Oh
Yo,
my God,
that's
man,
popping.
you know?
Yeah. Yo, as soon as we're done this podcast, I'm gonna go search that up and I'm see what the hell the trips are saying. Because
Bro,
if they don't put me on a quarantine
there's-
while I'm there,
and
I'm
there's
gone.
Discounts. There's discounts right now because people are.
Discounts.
But remember, I would suggest always just glove up, mask up.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure, for sure.
You know, definitely do your social distancing on the plane. But you know, it's out there, guys. You know, we can't be scared. You know, COVID is here to stay right now,
Yeah.
and that's what it is. Even Dubai opened up.
Dubai.
You know,
Yo, the way Dubai.
I went to
runs-
Dubai. It's not
Yeah.
that bad, man. That place was pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
It was hot,
hot as fuck.
hot, but it was cool at
Yeah.
the same time. You know,
Yeah.
the buildings are, you know, a work of art.
Yeah, for sure. The
Structurals
skyline
are like,
is
the skyline
crazy.
is nuts.
Yeah.
You know.
But how's the parties? Do you ever party in Dubai? or anything,
I
or
didn't
no?
really to party in Dubai, but I went on the ferry boat stuff.
Yeah.
And they had dinners there, and there's dancers and all that stuff. So like,
Okay.
I did this type of stuff, and then I went on the safari, man. The safari was live, man. You know, it's like going. Your car is moving on the sand domes like crazy, man.
Jeez, yeah, I gotta go to Dubai at some point.
Dubai is good, man.
At some point, but for me, I need to be able to drink, smoke, and do all that.
That's
fuck
the
shit.
situation.
Smoking, whatever, I could bypass that when I'm in
Jamaica.
Dubai. But I need to drink at least. Is there like drinking laws and shit in Dubai?
Oh, yeah,
I swear
you can
can't-
drink, man.
You could drink.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you could drink. Okay, that was my whole trepidation with going to Dubai. I'm like, when am I gonna go to
course,
on vacation
man.
and turn
Of
up and I
course.
can't even
You're
drink?
gonna
Like, what
have
kind
to
of
have
shit
a
is that?
drink when you're on vacation.
You have to, yeah.
What's a vacation without a drink?
Yeah, facts. All right, this has been a pretty good episode. I've been feeling the vibe of this episode. Do you have anything else that you want to say before we wrap this up? Any more current topics you want to touch on before we wrap this up? Because I felt like you got pretty in depth with the credit counseling
Oh.
to the point where I was pretty lost at some of the terms you're using. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't need some of the stuff you were saying. I'm like, I don't know shit about this. My credit's alright, so I'm like,
No,
I don't know what the
it's
fuck's
okay,
going on,
guys.
but-
You know
yeah.
that stuff. It's there. You know, if you want anything, again, I do it. I'm a licensed counselor from the government as well. So, you know, link up LT, and you know, it is what it is. We're gonna help you guys out that need the help, and it's genuine help. It's all registered. It's all legit. It's all good to go.
Okay, facts. Okay, it's Blunt Talk with LT. We here with Sonny, the credit counselor. We out here.
We out here.
We out
The
here.
credit counselor.
The credit
Bro,
counselor is
honestly,
gonna fix your bags, yo.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, talking about a little bit of other topics, man, I wish the NBA comes back because Toronto Raptors are like 2 years champions right now.
You think the Toronto Raptors are gonna have a chance of winning it this year?
Bro, they gotta make the trades, man.
You can't make trades right now.
Oh, I
Right,
know.
They're starting an 8-game schedule, 8 games regular season, and they're diving right into the playoffs.
Siakam to me is getting there, man.
Yeah,
He's
he's
getting there. He's definitely like an A-star player on my end. You know what I mean?
for sure.
You know, I think they have a chance. Obviously, they already did it once. They can do it again.
Best
you know?
for me, they're like the best defensive team in the league.
Oh,
so
you got
once
the Marc Gasol.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's in way better shape right now
Yeah,
too.
he's
way better
focused
shape.
on his health, man.
Yeah.
Definitely, that guy's definitely moving, man. And I think they have a chance, but it's all about working hard, man.
Yeah, but
Man, I love that Kawhi laugh. I don't know what it is.
Kawhi laugh. I'll sprinkle that a couple of times during the episode. You'll probably hear that shit.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like a traitor though, still, because I was supposed to move to LA this year, but the COVID shut that
seriously,
shit
yeah.
down. I was supposed to move to LA this year, but COVID shut that all the way down, and now I'm even reconsidering if I'm gonna do that when the COVID opens it up. But for me, I'm kind of going for the Lakers low key because I want LeBron to get that 4th ring. So when people look at me wearing my Raptors hat and talking that Raptors shit, just know that I'm a fucking traitor.
It's not a traitor, man. You know what? LA is the place to be when it comes to this type of business, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And definitely wish you all the success, you know, on that level.
Respect.
But, yeah, man, the Lakers and LeBron, you know, Last Dance, I can't lie. I watched that.
The
With Michael Jordan.
doc? Yeah, I watched that too. I
watched that
didn't get all the
Netflix.
way in. I got like pause. I watched like 3 episodes, I think 3 or 4 episodes, and then I stopped. I forgot about it because I was doing too much other shit. But yeah,
But yeah, if LeBron gets that ring, man, definitely he's gonna get a documentary for sure. You know what I mean?
they're gonna milk when LeBron retires, they're gonna milk every last dollar they can get from him. They're gonna do all sorts of documentaries, coverage, all sorts of behind the scenes things of what was going on.
Maybe a movie. You
Well,
know?
he has Space Jam 2 coming out and shit.
Oh,
but-
he has Space Jam too?
Yeah, Space Jam 2.
Oh man, that
so,
shit is good, man.
Yeah, for
No
sure.
Bugs Bunny in this one, for sure, right?
Nah, Bugs Bunny's gonna be in this shit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's gonna be the same type of Looney Tunes thing.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's good,
think,
man.
pretty sure.
But yeah, LeBron's definitely there, man. Like he's definitely the best player right now.
Yeah.
You know, Kawhi in the LA Clippers. You see, LA has a beef. They have 2 teams. You know?
They have 2 teams,
You know,
and
so-
both the teams are stacked. They have all the best players. It's like, jeez,
Definitely, bro.
Anthony Davis, LeBron, Paul George, Kawhi.
Anthony Davis got that 401 going on, man.
The bro. Jeez.
The road doesn't end, man.
Jeez. Jeez. Okay, and with that, we're gonna wrap it up. Still, yeah. Blunt Talk with LT.
Thank you.
Oh, do you want to give your socials? You want to be followed on Insta or any of that, or nah? You're cool on that.
Yeah, fuck.
You want your piece on your socials?
yeah,
all right. We're gonna wrap it up then. Yeah.